Hello everyone and welcome to another exciting episode of Guapish Rule 34. Today I am in fact hosting the episode, and only for the specific reason that I've got quite the power couple with me today, that being my lovely two co-hosts, Nico and Tanner, sitting right next to each other. I think they're cuddling at this very moment. How are you guys doing tonight?
I'm the top.
热情好想要个，想要有冰淇淋，我也想要冰淇淋，
Here, can I read
但
the
是
second half?
除了有嘎嘎呀，除了冰淇淋。
Where the
Did you have
fuck
like something
did
like
you
pulled
leave
up
off?
and you're reading that?
I can't even. Okay, after the third Bingchilling.
Yeah, that's right.
Sudo you, G Queen, Sudo you, G Queen 9. It's just the number 9. Shouldn't that be like written out for us?
I'd assume so.
Anyway, Wo Zui, Ji Quan, Shu Yi, Jian Shai, Shi, Yin Yue, Xin Jian. What the fuck? Why are there just Bingchilling? Whatever. Are you satisfied, Jackson?
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
you
you
got
had
to
this
prepare
bonus
for
finally
this.
come for you.
I wanted to fucking be a part of it, you son of a bitch. You stole this from me. on my episode.
That's right, everyone. We are currently live, broadcasting live from an undisclosed location in the North Pole.
Yeah, after years, Tanner's finally out of that hellhole that he called Texas, and he's finally with us once
That
more.
only I call.
Yes.
We definitely aren't in Santa's workshop, by the way.
No sir, no sir.
It's impossible.
Not this time around. Now, Tanner,
Yes.
what are we doing today, man?
Oh, you know, one thing we did today was, we decided last week we were doing it, is we're gonna create the ultimate top 10 fast food restaurants.
What?
Yeah.
Holy shit. How the fuck is that even gonna work, Tanner?
Well, much like our top 10 Cartoon Network cartoons, we each made our own top 10. We're gonna list them out. I think we used kind of a point system last time, and then there was some debating.
There definitely wasn't really anything like that, I don't think.
Okay.
Or, like, I think you may have tried something like that, but we, I don't think we really stuck close to it at all. Because ultimately, I think that, like, you know, the discussion of trying to figure out where to put things is far more interesting than, like, really signing any sort of point system, you know?
I suppose so.
Yeah.
I do think we did something to try and keep our thoughts a little organized, at least.
Potentially.
Anyways.
Yeah, anyway, so, yeah, we're gonna, like, start this thing now, right?
Yeah, sure.
Okay,
Bust
cool.
it out.
How do we want to do that?
Yeah, I figured, like, you know, we just, like, start out with our list, and we just start with our list. We'll be going around the circle sort of situation,
Okay.
you know, where we'll be starting from the bottom and going up to the top.
Bottom to the top, bottom
Yeah.
top, stop.
And as such, I will be starting us off here today. For my number 10 on my fast food rankings, I'm going with dairy. That shit that they try and peddle as food, okay? You can't eat it.
Okay.
So, Tanner, what about you? What's your number
I could
10?
count on maybe one hand the number of times I've actually eaten at Dairy Queen.
Yeah.
Coming in at number 10 for me is actually McDonald's.
McDonald's, that low?
McDonald's, Mickey D's. Well, there's far more than 10 fast food restaurants, so it still made the list, you know?
Yeah, but, like, it's McDonald's. Everyone knows McDonald's. It's the one. It's the one everyone thinks of when they think fast food.
I just think, you know, McDonald's, if you were to describe McDonald's in one word, it is serviceable.
I would say funny.
Okay.
Because their mascot's a clown.
Shut up. But yeah, I just think, you know, McDonald's is all reliable. It's not great. It's not bad. It's just there, and it is eternal.
How about you, Jackson? Where are you doing for your number 10?
Yeah, this top 10 list is rough for me because I don't eat fast food. So I don't really have a lot of opinions on this. So I've got number 10 as Wendy's because I've only had it like twice, and both times it was kind of mid. But
Jackson,
I don't really have any.
Kill you.
I don't have like anything else to put above it. So it's number 10.
Piece
Oops.
of shit. As for number 9, I'm going with Taco Bell. Yeah.
Controversial, to say the least. I'm surprised that one actually isn't the last one, or not even on the list for you.
I mean, like, you know, Taco Bell has some, like, decent-ish food. Dairy Queen doesn't really have much outside of their blizzards.
What's your, like, favorite thing at Taco Bell? Like, what would you get there if you went?
I'd go for the Doritos Locos Tacos
The
myself.
Doritos Locos Taco
Yeah.
is pretty solid, yeah. Coming in at number 9 for me is Wendy's.
Jesus.
Now, I think hypothetically, hypothetically, Wendy's is a pretty good restaurant. However, I think the majority of my personal Wendy's experiences have been bad ones. I mean, overcooked meat, undercooked bacon, overcooked buns, soggy food. I feel like I've only been to bad Wendy's so far in my life.
This is all bullshit. This is all circumstantial evidence, Tanner. This is all, like, you know, none of this should really count it, to be perfectly honest. I feel like, you know, you should maybe bump it up a few places here, because this is anecdotal at best, Tanner, at best.
Okay. Your whole argument against Taco Bell is you don't really like Mexican food, so...
I never said that.
It's
You're
true.
putting words in my mouth right now, mister.
I'm putting factual information in your mouth.
You just have to
Don't try and
remove one of
confuse me
the
with
words
facts
from
and
that
logic.
sentence.
Jackson, how about you? What's your number 9?
My number 9 is Dairy Queen, because I think the food
Interesting.
is super mid. I've had the fries there a couple of times, and they're awful. But the blizzards are really fucking good. And I'll go there for them. I used to go there all the goddamn time during college. I haven't so much recently. But yeah, I love the blizzards. Big fan.
The Blizzards are just so good. They're just so good.
I agree that Blizzards are really good, but, like, I don't have Dairy Queen on my list, spoiler alert, but it's because, like, I don't treat them as a fast food restaurant. They're, like, functionally an ice cream shop for me.
Alas.
Say la vie, man. Say la vie.
Okay.
They got like burgers and fries and shit there.
Sure.
Alright, so for my number 8, I also put McDonald's fairly low on my list.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, you know, that it's McDonald's. They're not amazing or anything. You get what you come for, man.
Mm-hmm. You're driving drunk. You need something to sober yourself up.
Yeah.
You got a nice Big Mac with that Thousand Island dressing sauce that they tell you isn't Thousand Island dressing sauce, but we all know it is. Big Mac sauce, my fucking ass. These liars.
Alright, how about your number 8 then?
Oh, yeah. My number 8 is Carl's Jr.
Oh.
I feel like Carl's Jr. has some very good burgers. Their fries leave much to be desired, and I'm typically not in the mood for a Carl's. Also, their toys have historically been much more interesting than McDonald's.
Really? What kind of toys do they normally have?
They usually do movie tie-ins with
Oh, okay.
whatever the hot new animated children's movie is.
I like McDonald's and Burger King because they give me Pokemon cards for their toys.
That's fair enough.
Yeah.
When the fuck are you guys getting toys at these restaurants? I can't remember a single toy I've ever gotten from a restaurant, like a fast food restaurant before.
Like in a kid's meal, Jackson.
You guys are ordering those nowadays? I mean, no shit, but like, why the fuck do you remember that?
They left an impression on me.
I guess so, yeah. None of them left an impression on me because my parents took me to McDonald's, I guess. Anyways, my number 8 is KFC. And this might be controversial, but it's mostly just because I've went to KFC like 3 or 4 times, and every time I've gotten a spicy chicken sandwich. I have tried nothing else on their menu. And I think it's pretty good. You know, I can't complain.
Hang on a second, Jackson. That's not true. You also had like their Impossible Nuggets or whatever at one point.
I did. Those were pretty bad. I don't actually. I had their chocolate cake as well. The chocolate cake.
Yeah, that's true.
The chocolate cake was better than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be super. Huh?
Yeah, it's still pretty dry though.
It was pretty dry, but it was totally serviceable. I thought it was going to be ass, but I think it was totally fine.
I like KFC for their popcorn chicken, and then they're the only restaurant on this list that does mac and cheese, and I think their mac and cheese is actually pretty good.
I'm a big fan of the
I want
popcorn
to try their
chicken.
mashed potatoes. I really like mashed potatoes.
Mashed potatoes are solid. Their gravy is actually pretty good. They're not on my list, but
Bummer, dude. Bummer. You're giving them all this praise, and yet they didn't even
I
crack
know.
the top 10.
He
Yeah.
really likes a lot of these other fast food restaurants.
Yeah, I guess so.
apparently, I don't know.
All right,
He
so for
forgot
my
about
number
it.
7, I'm going with Jack in the Box.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Give me your pitch, because I think Jack in the Box is objectively bullshit.
Well, you see, Tanner, have you seen their mascot before?
Yeah, I have.
He's a pretty cool guy.
Okay.
Yeah. And like every now and then I go into Jack in the Box, I get their big old bacon burger, and I think it's pretty decent. I think they forgot the bacon on it one time, but I still ate it.
Okay.
I think that's the only thing I've had there before.
Why are
to
they
be
number
honest.
7 for you?
Well, because the ones below that aren't very good. Like, they're okay.
I feel like there's enough fast food restaurants that everything in the top 10 should be something you like.
Well, like, yeah, of course. So, like, everything else I'm not naming is just, like, terrible, you know?
Okay, I guess so.
Yeah.
If you
Like, I'm gonna spoil it right now. Subway's not on here, okay? I would much rather go to a Jack in the Box than a Subway.
Dude, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That doesn't make it.
I mean, like, Subway has one edible thing on their menu.
Bread.
Speaking of Subway, my number 7 is Subway. I like getting an Italian footlong tuna sandwich with everything on it, or a meatball marinara footlong with onions, olives, and salt and pepper.
And there it is, Tanner, the only edible thing on their menu, the meatball marinara. It's pretty good, I'm not gonna lie, but at the same time, you just don't eat anything else there. They have just like rubbery-ass chicken, they've got just like basically all their food tastes exactly the same as one another. I will say, though, it smells pretty nice in Subway.
It does.
If they could like make an air freshener for Subway, I'd get it.
I will say, I eat Subway reasonably frequently in half my entire life. I have never eaten anything other than the tuna or the meatball marinara. So I could not judge the quality of the rest of their meats.
How about you, Jackson? How about you?
Speaking of Subway, my number 7 is also Subway.
There you go.
I don't think Subway's bad at all. The thing with Subway is I haven't really had it that much since I stopped being a vegetarian. And as a vegetarian, I basically got the same fucking thing every time. I thought the sandwich was pretty good. Like, I just, like, loaded with a bunch of veggies and banana peppers and jalapenos and stuff. I think it's pretty solid. I've never had a complaint with any of their sandwiches, to be completely honest. I've never had whatever sandwich you guys were talking about. I don't get any of the pre-made stuff. But I think it's alright. I think the cookies are alright. I mean, I can't complain about Subway. I would go there by my own will if I wanted to.
Dude, speaking of Subway, I didn't put Subway on my list. I already said that, so I'm not actually going to bring up Subway here. But I put Carl's Jr. for my number 6.
Okay.
Yeah, you see, to be perfectly honest, I kind of view Carl's Jr. and Jack in the Box as the exact same thing as one another. But I also acknowledge that Carl's Jr. is better than Jack in the Box.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair enough. They got much better nuggets as well.
I think I've only had like their bacon cheeseburger there as well, so I can't really say much about it. Oh, actually, I have had their chicken strips there before. When I was with an ex at one point, we got the buttermilk ranch there, and she thought the buttermilk ranch would be disgusting because the idea of buttermilk and ranch just, I guess, seemed to just entirely foreign to her. She ended up liking it, though, guys. She ended up liking it.
That's good. New experiences.
That's right.
Did you get laid because of that?
Probably.
That's cool.
Yeah. I'd like to hope so.
You would. My number 6 is Panda Express.
I didn't put Panda Express in my top 10 either.
Yeah, I fucking bet you wouldn't, you dick.
I'm just not a fan, okay? Their orange chicken's pretty good. I think their ragoons are pretty good as well. Do they have ragoons there?
Yeah, they have cream cheese ragoons.
Ragoons are pretty...
Wontons, as I always knew them as.
Ragoons are pretty good as well. Outside of that, though, not a big Express guy, you know? Or Panda, as they call it.
I very much disagree with your assessment. I think most of their stuff is solid, and I've tried most of it. Their honey walnut shrimp is pretty good. Their broccoli beef is pretty good. Their kung pao chicken... teriyaki chicken, orange chicken, obviously.
Of course, orange chicken.
Yeah, the orange chicken is the moneymaker there.
Yeah.
But I think Panda is all around really solid. I really like their chow mein, and their fried rice is good. I think they're just a very high quality restaurant.
High quality, you say?
Yeah, and at every restaurant you got the counter with the food, but also you can see right into the kitchen, and they got the woks out there. They're like flipping it up, they're cooking it.
Yeah.
It seems far more trustworthy than a lot of fast food restaurants, in my opinion.
I think it's all just an act, Tanner.
Okay.
I don't think they're actually doing any of those things.
If you say so.
How about you, Jackson? How about you, man?
Guys, it's so sad. Burger King didn't make my list, but you know what did make my list? At number 6, Chick-fil-A.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's a slightly better KFC for me. The prices are generally cheaper, and I think the quality of the food is about the same, if not better. Plus, I've just done more variety stuff with them than I have with KFC, so it's mostly an experience thing rather than actually one of them being better than the other, I would say. But yeah, I think Chick-fil-A is pretty good. I like their sandwiches. I like their sauce. I think they're solid. I think they've got good service. I can't complain.
I'm a big fan of their sauce. I always keep a bottle of that shit in the fridge. Yeah, Chick-fil-A is pretty solid, I gotta say. I'm honestly surprised to put this low on your list as well.
I like a lot of fast food places, apparently.
I guess so. I guess so. Alright, so for my number 5, I ended up going with Jimmy John's. A far superior sandwich place, in my opinion, to Subway, okay?
Tell us why.
I disagree.
Well, you see, everything there tastes different, unlike fucking Subway, where it's all just the same bland ass shit, you know?
Yeah, you would
You
say
know,
that
when you go to
fucking chill.
Jimmy John's, like, sure, it's a little more expensive. I get that.
It's more expensive and you get less food.
Look, Tanner, not all of us are just trying to cram as much food in our gullet as the next guy, okay? We're not all just, like, you know, trying to hit our macros or whatever.
I'm trying to
it is
get
you're
my
doing.
fucking money's worth is what I'm trying to do.
Well, that's why I didn't put Firehouse Subs on my list. You see, Firehouse Subs, they're really the kings of just, like, jipping you on your cash, okay? They give you so little food for your dollar.
It's for the firefighters or some
It
shit.
sure is. It sure is. But yeah, get their fucking Cuban that they've got there. That shit's fucking fire. I'm a big fan of that. I'm talking about Jimmy John's, by the way, not Firehouse Subs. So what's up next for you, Tanner?
Up next at number 5, I've got Arby's. Now, let me take you back to when I was in college.
I'm just gonna say right now, Tanner, only Arby's curly fries are good. Everything else is shit.
I think their curly fries are good, and then back in college, you know, I would drive down home an hour from Portland every weekend, and every single weekend I would stop by Arby's. I get a half-pound roast beef sandwich, a orange or Jamocha, a large orange or Jamocha shake, and then sometimes a hero as well.
And that shit would last you through the whole weekend.
Yeah, sure.
You'd pound it, and you wouldn't need any more substance.
But yeah, I think I'm a bit of an Arby's simp, I suppose. The Jamocha shakes are very good. Some of the better shake, probably the best shake. Well, nah, one of the better shakes in the fast food industry. And then the half-pound roast beef sandwich. I mean, you know, when you're a guy like me that needs a lot of meat to be hitting my gains, like, you know, a half-pound of roast beef is a half-pound of roast beef, my brother.
Yeah, I guess so.
And
I disagree entirely, though. I think it's all shit food. Jackson, how about you, man?
Dude, my number 5 is Carl's Jr., actually. I've had
Okay.
literally a single one of their burgers before, that being like the jalapeno barbecue, like onion ring one. I thought it was really good. This is an extremely basic list because I've only basically had like one item on all of these restaurants except for like my top 3. Also with Arby's, I've never given it a fair shake for a really dumb reason. That being that my sister used to work there during high school, and I never ate there, or I think I maybe ate there like one time because my mom went through the drive-thru or some shit when she was there. But for some reason, like just the smell of it just made me want to vomit. So I just never went there ever. I probably should give it a fair shake at some point, but I just have the memory. I just feel like I'm gonna vomit when I go to Arby's.
Literally, I'd say just try a Jamocha shake. If you like that, then try a roast beef sandwich. Or
There
even
we
a
go.
beef and cheddar sandwich.
I know what I'm doing tomorrow.
will
Going to
say-
Arby's.
I will say, in Arby's, though, they got a little bell by the door. You ring it, they all say yeehaw.
I don't know if I can neither confirm nor deny the veracity.
I'm gonna
of that
try that
statement.
out.
That's real, dude. That's real. They got a bell in there. Give it a little ring-a-ding-ding, dude. Give it a little ring-a-ding-ding. So for my number 4, okay? For my number 4, this is a McMinnville classic, okay? I'm going Sandwich Express. They're really solid,
I
guys.
don't
They're really
even
solid.
remember this place.
What do you mean you don't remember that place?
It actually is a pretty solid sandwich place, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I definitely think they're the best sandwich place I've ever been to, personally. You know, Tanner, they're just like right next to the fucking Domino's. They're right across the street from the Firehouse Subs.
Sandwich Express.
Sandwich Express, man.
Oh,
Sandwich
yeah.
Express.
That definitely isn't fast food. But
That is fast food. What do you mean? They have a drive-thru and everything.
I feel like the point of this list was to talk about the chains, though.
They are a chain. I just think Sandwich Express is the last one.
Okay.
Yeah. I think all the other locations may have shut down, potentially. I'm not entirely sure, personally.
It was
Okay.
previously a chain, it's no longer. Now it's a family-owned restaurant.
Yeah. So what about you, Tanner? What's your number 4?
My number 4 is going to be Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A?
Mhm.
That low on your list?
Yeah.
I figured you'd put it number 1 just for, like, you know.
Why?
The chicken sandwich is real good. I'm a big fan of waffle fries.
Uh-huh.
They got lemonade, which is pretty solid. Do they have milkshakes? I feel like I get milkshakes when I go there.
Yeah, I've had a shake there before.
If they do, they don't stand out very much to me. But
No.
the fries, solid. The chicken sandwich, very good. The nuggets I like as well.
Dude, that's crazy. because I'm also putting Chick-fil-A as my number 3.
Well, you didn't let Jackson say his number 4.
Jackson, what's your number 4 so I can get to my number 3?
Fuck you, Nico. You're a dick. Anyways, my number 4 is not Chick-fil-A because that's my number 6. My number 4 is actually Taco Bell.
Whoa.
Okay.
I enjoy Mexican food. I know Taco Bell's not Mexican food, obviously, but Mexican-style food I enjoy. I like quesadillas, I like their burritos. They've had some pretty good seasonal food. Yeah, they've had some pretty good seasonal drinks I've liked before. I can't complain. It's really cheap too for what it is. You know?
Yeah,
I like Taco Bell.
Very inexpensive. They got the Baja Blast. They introduced the world to that shit.
True.
Yeah,
also,
and the world has really been all the better for it because of it, hasn't it?
Yeah, I also watched... This is also partially based on, like, a video I watched of a dude that ate Taco Bell for, like, 30 days straight, and he went into, like, the science behind sodium regulation and shit with restaurants, and Taco Bell seems to be, like, the only restaurant that really, like, puts a lot of effort into that. So I kind of respect that, so I give him a little bit of points for that.
I thought you were going to say you went to cardiac arrest.
That'd be funny.
It would be funny. So for my number 3, I chose Chick-fil-A, guys. I chose Chick-fil-A, by the way.
No way.
For many of the reasons Tanner said and more. They hate gays, guys. I'm kidding, of course.
Damn, I forgot to mention that and why I like them.
Yeah, pretty much everything Tanner said. I like Chick-fil-A. I think they're pretty good. Get their sauce. You can buy it at pretty much any grocery store. It's pretty good. Use promo code Guapish at checkout for 10% off.
Use promo code Guapish at an actual fucking grocery store. Yeah. Just type it into the keypad. My number 3 is Taco Bell.
Oh.
I like Taco Bell. They have a very extensive menu. Tons of items, tons of different things. Nice thing about modern day Taco Bell is the little kiosks you can order through. They give you quite a bit of room for customizing your items. Like, for example, my favorite item historically was the XXL grilled stuffed burrito. They discontinued it many years ago. However, thanks to their kiosk and the customization options within, I was able to customize one of their modern burritos into basically the same thing as a XXL grilled stuffed burrito.
I see.
So yeah, inexpensive, tons of options, pretty reliably good, I'd say, and customization.
I hate Taco Bell, guys. I hate it. I wish I never put it in my top 10 to begin with.
Jax,
what's your number 3?
My number 3 is Panda Express.
Golly.
Yeah, I like Panda Express a lot. I think their own chicken is really good. I like their fucking noodles. I can't think of what they're actually called. I've had their shrimp before. I think it's really good. I can't complain. I like Chinese food. Faux Chinese food, I guess. The same thing with Panda Express. It's just good. I enjoy it. Not really a lot to talk about. I haven't really had that much on their menu, to be honest, as well. I just think it's really good.
Okay. Now go, boys. Now we're getting serious, okay? Mm-hmm. The top 2 here. And for my number 2, guys, this might be controversial, especially putting over Chick-fil-A, but I'm going with KFC.
Wow, that's interesting.
You know, I just really like their classic chicken sandwich there. I think it's fantastic. That shit, I just... With those 11 herbs and spices, I think it just, like, it really punches out Chick-fil-A for me personally.
Punches out?
Yeah, punches it out.
Okay.
Because, like, they got them pickles on there, Tanner. You just can't deny that, okay? You can't deny that. Now, to be perfectly honest, I haven't had much else of KFC's menu. But, like, that classic chicken sandwich, it's just a cut above the rest, okay? That's all they really need to raise themselves up this high. Also, the popcorn shrimp's pretty good. And I hear good things about the mashed potatoes as well. Not the popcorn chicken, I should say. Dude, if they had popcorn shrimp, oh boy, they'd be number 1 easy.
Okay. My number 2 is gonna be In-N-Out. In terms of quality to cost ratio, In-N-Out blows just about every other restaurant out of the water. I think a cheeseburger there is like $3.85.
$3.85?
Yeah, all fresh, never frozen beef. It's just it appeals to my innate sense of wanting simple food.
Yeah.
Their fries are solid. You get to salt them as much or as little as you like. I don't put any salt on mine personally. And then I'd say probably the best shakes in fast food.
Yeah, I don't know, Tanner. I don't know. This is sounding pretty California pill to me. I think that
they have them in Texas and Oregon and Nevada and Arizona.
But you know it's a massive Cali thing, okay? It's like a big mark of pride for them. They try and brainwash the entire country into thinking that In-N-Out is the greatest thing in the universe. But honestly, I think that they're a bit overrated. Like, especially, have you had their fries, Tanner? Have you had the In-N-Out fries?
I did mention their fries just now.
They're not very good.
What about the loaded fries, Nico? You had the loaded fries?
Dude, that's on the secret menu, okay?
Oh, my bad then.
So, Jackson, what's your number 2 then?
My number 2 is Chipotle. This should not be that shocking. Maybe Nico thought I was going to put it at number 1. I like Chipotle.
I definitely thought you were going to put it at number 1.
I like Chipotle a lot. I eat a lot of Chipotle. Like, when I worked at the previous place I lived, or the previous town I lived in, I basically had Chipotle like once or twice a week. I cut down on that a lot. Now it's like once a month, maybe. But still definitely the most frequent fast food outside of my number 1 that I go to. I just like it a lot. I think it's really good. I wish it was cheaper. That's honestly my biggest complaint, is it's fucking expensive. It's like $10 for a burrito, but you know, it's a really good burrito. Yeah.
It's pretty pricey.
It's a really good burrito.
No, I'm saying that's lowballing it. They're way higher than 10.
I mean, you get the chicken one, it's like $9.85.
Perhaps.
But yeah, you know, I think it's really good. I enjoy eating a lot of Chipotle. It has never gotten old for me. It's just like a ton of food too. Every time I eat Chipotle, it's like always fills me up a ton. Big fan.
Alright, now boys. Time for the drum roll. This is it. We've reached our top 1s here. Of the top 10, this is the number 1, okay? The quintessential best fast food restaurant in the world, okay?
Okay.
Now, I kind of spoiled this earlier for you, boys. Because Lucas kind of shares my opinion on this one. But I, without doubt, believe that Wendy's is my favorite fast food place, okay?
You're about to slip up and say restaurant there.
Yeah, almost. I'm not going to give them quite that much dignity, but they're, without a doubt, the best one, okay? Like, have you seen their menu? How it's loaded with great fucking options like the Baconator. They got the Bourbon Bacon Burger. They got the Pretzel Bacon Burger. I just love that stuff, man. It's so good. They got salads. Jackson's had the salads there before, and he loved that thing.
Yeah, I definitely loved that salad.
They got their Frosties. You can dip fries in that shit, dude.
The Frosties are pretty good.
Yeah, and their fries, I believe, are by far the best fries of any fast food place. The only problem is that they're a little unsalted. Okay, I like my fries really salty. All right, I think they could do with a little bit more on there. But outside of that, there's nay a blemish on Wendy's mark. Okay,
I hard disagree on that fry point, but
Mr. fucking In-N-Out fries over here, what the fuck are you saying, man? Come on.
Well, I like a nice crispy short fry.
Bet you like McDonald's fries too, don't you?
I do like.
You
McDonald's
piece
fries,
of shit.
McDonald's is like notoriously known for good fries.
Their fries are terrible. They're them little fucking shoestring things, dude. They're awful.
We now know to disregard all of Nico's future opinions on anything.
Yeah, this guy.
And then you have Burger King on like the opposite side of the spectrum, where they were like way too thick. Okay, it's like you're just taking a chomp out a whole ass potato at that point.
This guy's capping. Anyway, my number 1 is Chipotle.
Whoa!
I agree with what Jackson said pretty much entirely. They are too expensive. Like a burrito usually ends up running me like $16 over there. It's fucking ridiculous.
God damn, Texas is built different then, huh?
Well, nah, I'm getting the double meat. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not doing that.
I'll get like steak and barbacoa.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I normally just do like a single thing of chicken, just load up with a bunch of like fajita veggies and lettuce and all that shit.
Yeah.
Fun fact: Chipotle was Jackson's destination of choice when he won the Pokemon quiz.
Wow.
Yeah.
I do like Chipotle quite a bit. What can I say?
All right, Jackson, so for your number 1.
Yeah, Nico probably already knows it because I didn't give Chipotle number 1. But yeah, this is also going to absolutely out me as a total casual in the fast food place because I don't eat a lot of fast food. But yeah, McDonald's is my number 1 fast food place. I just don't eat a lot of fast food. It's really cheap. You get the pretty good deals all the time. Like go there and spend like $5 and get 2 double cheeseburgers. I think it's a pretty good deal, just cost effectiveness. I think their burgers are really good. I think they're definitely the best burgers I've had from fast food. I also haven't had a lot of experience with different burgers from fast food, to be fair. I like their different coffee drinks. I like their shakes. I think they've got good desserts. I think they've got good breakfast. they're just really consistent. Like, if I want good fast food, I go and get McDonald's, which is, again, gonna sound hella basic. But you know what? It's my number one. What can I say? I never have a bad experience going to McDonald's, honestly.
Jackson, that is indeed unbelievably basic. I can't believe you'd go through that.
What can I say? I told you. I don't eat a lot of fast food, man. I'm very easily impressed by this.
Okay. Now begins the difficult task.
Yes, sir.
Where we gotta turn this into an organized top 10 list. Now, I believe there's only 2 that were only mentioned by one person. Sandwich Express and In-N-Out.
I believe so, yeah.
Do you feel like you can make enough of a case for Sandwich Express to overcome me and Jackson not having it on there?
I mean, Jackson really likes Sandwich Express as well, you know?
Okay.
I didn't think of it as a fast food place.
He said that he would have put it on there if he thought of it.
I definitely...
He simply didn't. He said it would have made it his number one, in fact.
Here, shut the fuck up for 1 second. So yeah, I think it's pretty good. I think I only had it like once or twice, though. I don't know if I'd consider it better than Subway, even, just because I haven't had it I haven't had it in quite some time, man. What can I say? I also just didn't think it was fast food. But yeah, I don't know. Probably put it over Wendy's, I'd say. I like cold sandwiches more than like fast food burgers, I would imagine.
I can leave it off. I can nix it here.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking. And then In-N-Out, on the other hand, I very much would make the argument that belongs on the list.
You would.
I would.
You would.
I would.
I've never had it, so I've got no opinion.
Alright, so Jackson, imagine this, if you will.
Oh my god.
It's like a McDonald's little cheeseburger, alright? Just one of them little-ass cheeseburgers that you get.
Yeah.
But it's like slightly better. How's that sound to you?
You know, I put McDonald's as my number one, so you're kind of barking up the wrong tree here, Nico.
But you don't get just like the basic... You don't get the basic-ass cheeseburger at McDonald's, Jackson. You get either the McNuggets or you get like a fucking, Big Mac.
I don't even get the Big Mac. I get like a double cheeseburger or like a quarter pounder, which is like basically just the basic cheeseburger.
Alright, so think of the double cheeseburger, both only one burg.
I mean, you can get a double-double at In-N-Out.
Sure, you can get like a triple-triple, you can get like a quadruple-druple or whatever you want there, Tanner, but at the same time, it's still not that good, okay? I simply don't see it, okay?
It is that good, actually. It's very good. It's very tasty. I really like it.
Alright, so let's just try and like narrow things down here a little bit, okay? A little bit. Do you think we can come to an agreement on what would be number one for us here?
I think it has to be, well... It's not on your list is the problem.
It's definitely not on my list at all.
Because clearly, Jackson and I are quite high on Chipotle.
Yeah, you definitely are.
Nico's a big fucking Chipotle hater. Every time I talk about Chipotle, he immediately throws it into the mud.
I just think it's fine, okay? It's fine dining, but like at the same time, it's not like fine dining.
You think Chipotle is worse than Dairy Queen? You think Blizzards bring it up over the entirety of the Chipotle menu?
Dude... I'd much rather have a Blizzard over, like, really anything I could get from Chipotle.
You even think Taco Bell for, like, faux Mexican type shit's better than Chipotle? I don't think they even compare in quality. I mean, Taco Bell's a lot cheaper,
but at the same time, like, Taco Bell just hits, like, a sort of, like, itch that you're going for that Chipotle simply cannot match at all, okay?
Yeah, a 24-hour restaurant.
Like, when you're in the mood for Taco Bell, you're in the mood for nothing but Taco Bell, alright? I simply don't get that sort of craving for something like Chipotle, okay?
I definitely do. There's definitely moments like, damn, I could get me a Chipotle burrito right now.
I am noticing I was incorrect in stating there were only those 2 that have only one mention. Nico has a total of 3 sole mentions on his, including...
Jack
in the Box and Jimmy John's.
We can get rid of Jack in the Box easy peasy, boys. Okay. I don't care about that one that much.
I could see an argument for Jimmy John's being better than Subway. I've only had Jimmy John's a single time. I do think that sandwich is pretty good. So my rating with Subway is mostly just because I went to it a lot of times. So I could see Jimmy John's being higher just from that one sandwich I had. It was pretty solid.
You would have a very difficult time making that argument to me. The amount of meat alone... that I get at Subway versus Jimmy John's kind of settles it for me.
Tanner, if you consider getting yourself a gargantuan at Jimmy John's, though...
Of course, I always get whatever the biggest option is.
And how was it, Tanner? How was it?
Jimmy John's
You're getting like 5 separate meats on that bad boy, dude.
Huh?
You're getting like 5 separate meats on that.
Oh, I thought the gargantuan was just the size of a sandwich.
No.
I've only ever had the tuna sub.
Well, that's why, man. That's why. They don't put all that much tuna on the tuna sub.
Yeah, they don't.
You gotta ask for like just a little extra tuna, okay? Lop some more tuna on that bad boy.
Okay.
So, Nico, do you think that you're putting Jimmy
problem.
John's on your list, and even this highly, because you're a paid actor?
No. You see, I think that Jimmy John's is alright, you know? I may have worked there in the past, but like it wasn't exactly like an amazing experience that would make me like really want to go there constantly or anything like that. Like I only get Jimmy John's once in a blue moon because like I will admit they're slightly pricey. They're slightly more pricey than a Subway is. But at the same time, like it's just quality that you can't match with Subway, okay?
Was that the place I got the pickle from?
Yeah.
I remember that now, yeah. We got the pickle and then we ate outside a park at night.
Yeah.
Good
It was
time.
pretty sweet, right?
It was a pretty good pickle, I can't complain.
Yeah.
Anyways,
So
I don't know if
are you happy
I
now?
Yeah, I don't know if I put it above Subway. I'd probably put
What?
it above Wendy's. Again, man, I just had
Yeah,
too
but,
much
like, you-
Subway.
You see,
can I say?
your problem there though, Jackson, is that you're putting Wendy's like really fucking low on your list.
Yeah,
I've
we
only
do
had
have a
I've only had
problem
I've like 2 burgers at Wendy's and they're both mid. What do you want me from me?
Yeah, we do have a problem where you have your Wendy's at number 1, but then Jackson and I are 9 and 10.
Did you
Yeah.
consider that Lucas also put Wendy's at number 1, Tanner?
He's not fucking here
he's
right
not-
now.
Yeah, he's not here.
Well, like, you value Lucas's opinion very highly.
He can't save you, Nico.
But you, Tanner Nikolai, value Lucas's opinion very highly, do you not?
Yeah, sure.
Sure. Hang on now, don't
I
hurt
said
the
we
guy's
put
feelings.
Wendy's at a solid number 9 to really balance
Number
it out.
9?
Yeah, I'm willing to sacrifice my number 10 placement and give it one more rank for you putting it at number 1. How's about that?
No, it doesn't sound fucking comparable at all, Jackson.
Why not?
Because that's just so low, man.
What are you scared of?
It being that low.
I think you need to drop Jimmy John's to save Wendy's.
What do you mean I have to drop Jimmy John's to save Wendy's? Wendy's obviously going to end up on there anyway.
I mean, save like its place in the list.
You think that if I drop Jimmy John's, Wendy's going to be number 1?
I'm saying no. I mean, save it from being like bottom 3 in the list.
I don't know about all that, Tanner. I don't know about that. Let's talk about let's circle back here for a second here, Tanner. Let's talk about In-N-Out, okay? In-N-Out. You're the only one who has In-N-Out on your list.
Right.
And like Jackson's never had it before, and I think very lowly of it personally.
That's because you're a fucking sheep.
How is me not liking it? Me being the sheep. The sheep love In-N-Out.
No, the sheep. Listen,
Yeah.
we have 2 groups. We have people who like In-N-Out and people who hate on it.
Yeah.
The people who hate on it are a much larger group. So
That's
obviously
not true.
They're the sheep.
The entirety of California loves In-N-Out to death, dude. What are you
Yeah,
talking
and they make
about?
up like 1/10 of the total population.
You think you think the entire other population of the U.S. hates In-N-Out?
I didn't say they hate In-N-Out. I said they are In-N-Out haters.
I don't think that's true at all. I don't think the rest of the country has a very high.
I think there are dramatically more In-N-Out haters and naysayers, such as yourself, than there are people who you know uphold its good value.
That is not true
Its good
whatsoever.
virtue. I think it is demonstrably true.
No, absolutely not. Like, especially here in Oregon, dude. Like, I hear nothing about people being like, "Oh man, I sure hope we get In-N-Out somewhere near us. I love In-N-Out. That shit's fucking sweet." When in reality, what In-N-Out fucking does, Tanner, is people love In-N-Out so much that they just cram up the whole ass drive-through. It goes out into the fucking highway and it just clogs up traffic, dude. That's how much people fucking love this In-N-Out shit. And I just don't see it, man. I don't see it.
You know
okay?
what, Nico? You're right. In-N-Out is incredibly popular and very good, and it belongs on this list.
Guys,
I'm not saying it doesn't necessarily belong on the list, but like, if it's gonna be on here, it's definitely gonna be like number 10, I would say.
I don't know about 10, but
It would absolutely be number 10 if it's gonna stay on here. Jackson, what are you thinking here, dude?
I was thinking, when I went to LA like 2 years ago, you wanna know what the first thing I did was?
What's that?
I went to
What?
In-N-Out.
Really? So you have been to an In-N-Out, and how was it, dude?
I didn't eat.
crazy.
Yeah, I had Subway. I ate a Subway sandwich in In-N-Out.
Did you like their red aprons with the big baby pins?
I didn't see that. I just sat at a table like way in the fucking front of the restaurant, far away from the counter.
Damn. You didn't see their goofy hats either?
No, it's very unfortunate. I didn't really see much of it. I just sat in there. But I still think it's funny. The first thing I do in California is go to an In-N-Out. That's pretty silly.
Tragic. It was very clean in there, wasn't it, though?
I guess so. I can't remember. I mean, it was California. Clean as it can be there.
So Jackson, what you're saying right now is you really don't you don't value In-N-Out very highly either. Then
You cut out so much there. Say that again.
what you're saying is you want to kick In-N-Out off the list right now.
Hold on a second.
I would not go that far. I mean, given your description of it previously, that it's just McDonald's burgers but better. I am inclined
Slightly better, ever so slightly better, Jackson.
I'm inclined to say it should beat out Wendy's at least for me.
What do you mean it'll beat out Wendy's?
I told you I think McDonald's burgers are pretty good. If they're better than McDonald's burgers, and I think Wendy's burgers are mid. I think there's one clear option here.
Alright, what about this, Jackson? Have you considered this at all? Dude, fuck In-N-Out. I want it to be on the list.
Nico, you're a hater.
I just want them to suffer, okay? They take too many W's, they need to have an L for once, dude.
Wah.
Yeah, I said we put In-N-Out at number 1 to compromise.
I don't know about that. I don't even think that Tanner would agree to that one. I mean, he would agree to it just to spite me, but I don't think his true heart of hearts would really want to go for that.
Well, I'm in camp keep it on the list, I guess. Tanner is also in camp keep it on the list.
There you go.
So we outrank you, unfortunately.
Unfortunate.
Alright, I guess Jimmy John's goes then.
Okay. Does that narrow us down to 10 split between us then?
Yeah, somebody write out all the options. I don't think it does.
I think I still have Jack in the Box, which...
No, you said you were cool with letting Jack
Okay,
go,
thank
so-
God. Alright, so number 10, boys. Can we just make that like Dairy Queen? How's that sound to ya?
Yeah, that works for me.
Yeah, I'm fine
Alright,
with
perfect. Number 10 is Dairy Queen. Sounds solid. Alright, for number 9, how about we just make that Carl's Jr.? Is that solid?
that. No, I think Carl Jr. is pretty good.
You guys both have it mid in your list, and I'm
Yeah.
at 8, so it's probably a bit higher than 9.
But
Yeah,
at
I
the
think-
same time, like, what
I
are we going
think
to put
Wendy's.
below Carl's Jr., you know?
Wendy's. We should put Wendy's below Carl
I don't
Jr.
think that at all, Jackson. You gotta stop
I think
throwing Wendy's out
Carl's
like that.
Jr. and Wendy's are right next to each other, and I think those are probably 8 and 7 in some manner.
8 and 7.
We can make 9 In-N-Out.
Hang on a second here. Fine, 9 can be In-N-Out, I guess. As for these other ones, though, Wendy's is not a fucking 7, okay? And it's certainly not an 8.
Dude,
Jackson
we gave
and
it
I
9
have
to
it.
10.
Yeah,
But I have it number 1, man.
right.
Like,
And-
Wendy's is at minimum 5. At minimum.
5?
5.
Five.
Your 1 at the top does not cancel out 2 at the bottom.
That's number 1, Tanner. Number 1 on the field and number 1 in your heart, okay?
Listen, your 1 and...
Tanner, you're trying to implement math here right now, okay?
You're-
We're not dealing in the realm of math. We're dealing in the realm of reality, okay? And math has nothing to do with reality.
I will-
Have you considered that Wendy's is always fresh and never frozen, Tanner? Have you considered that? Have you thought about their diverse menu, which
but
offers
it's
something
not-
for everyone, from flavorful chicken sandwiches to delectable salads, Tanner? Have you considered that at all?
Their hiring policies are terrible or something. They never cook it right, though.
What do you mean they never cook it right?
Every single time I've eaten at Wendy's, there's been something wrong with the food.
Anecdotal evidence, Tanner. Anecdotal.
Your evidence is
It is pretty funny because even if you're looking at it from
Absolutely
a
not.
math perspective, it literally does average out to like right around 5, if not like between
No, it
5 and
doesn't.
6.
The 1 and the 10 would cancel each other out at 5, and then the 9 would drag it down to like 7 or 8.
Maybe I do suck at math.
Jackson, what do you mean? You've got a fucking computer science major. You're great at math.
That's not true at all.
Dude, you're a savant at math.
Yeah,
I like how Nico is
inverted the numbers.
responding. I like how Nico responds to hearing Jackson's voice in his room, which means he's talking too fast relative to the recording.
I don't respond that way, Tanner. What are you talking about?
Okay,
I can't hear him at all in his room.
Oh, then I guess you're just predicting what he's gonna say before he finishes saying anything.
That's right, I'm just that good. That'd be my anime villain superpower, or whatever the fuck. Now, Tanner, if you consider the fact that Wendy's is very, it's fresh and healthy, like compared to most
Wendy's?
fast food places, and they've got high quality ingredients, dude. They're committed to sourcing their ingredients locally.
Again, every time I've eaten this food, it's been terrible. So that doesn't do anything for me.
Tanner, you got a lot of value for your money there as well, dude.
They
Give you really generous portion sizes.
I don't know about generous portion sizes.
Dude,
Their
you can
burgers are
get
pretty
fucking
small.
50 nuggets for $10 there, okay?
Is that true?
Yeah, that's a lot of nuggets.
That is a lot.
That's a lot of nuggets. I've done that on many occasions because it's just such good value.
For Wendy's, I'm definitely I definitely could not be convinced to go higher than 6.
Dude, and their nugget game is significantly better than like any other fast food place out there.
I would contest that.
Like, who's better?
McDonald's.
Not McDonald's, you piece of shit. Fuck you, Jackson.
Definitely not McDonald's. Chick-fil-A, I think, does better nuggets for sure.
I don't know about that, man. I don't know about all that. Like, they're alright, but they're no Wendy's.
So I'm saying...
I'm sticking with number 5 for me, personally, with Wendy's.
I'm saying 8.
8? Fuck you, Jackson.
I think you need to take the 7, Nico.
I absolutely not. I'm not budging on that one. So real quick here, let's think here, okay? So what would number 8 be then? Did we say that was a fucking?
I think we'd be saying Carl's.
Carl's Jr. So for number 7 then, like if we're looking through our list here, I'm thinking McDonald's personally. I think number 7 should be McDonald's.
I think McDonald's should be number 1.
You can't just try and recreate your list here, Jackson.
I think it actually does make sense for it to be Wendy's, Carl's, and McDonald's all right next to each other.
Yeah.
Just based on our rankings.
Alright, I'm thinking like Carl's Jr., McDonald's, and then Wendy's.
Yeah, I'm thinking Wendy's, Carl's, McDonald's.
Why are you guys going from bottom up?
Well, because I just feel like that makes sense.
Well, I mean, we're working our way from the bottom up, so I don't know why
I guess it makes it confusing to my brain.
I'm sorry. But yeah, I think Wendy's is the clear worst one in my eyes between those 3, and McDonald's is obviously incomparably better than the other 2 for mine.
Mm-hmm. I think it'd be Wendy's, McDonald's, Carl's.
What?
I think Carl's...
You think Carl's Jr. is better than Wendy's?
Yes.
What?
They do. These are all burger places. Carl's has the best burgers out of those 3.
That's definitely not true at all, man. That's not true at all. Have you had a Baconator before, Tanner? Never mind. You just keep reiterating that you have terrible experiences.
Yeah, that they don't fucking cook them right. So.
Have you considered just like if they were cooked right, that they would be excellent?
Okay. Now hold on a second.
Like, put yourself in the shoes of someone who has a good Wendy's experience.
Oh,
maybe if they did make their food better, I would like it.
Right.
I'm just saying, man.
I think you gotta take the L here.
Lucas.
I think it's clearly...
I think you might have to take...
I'm absolutely not taking the L on that one. Wendy's is not worse than Carl's Jr.
Tanner
it's certainly not worse than McDonald's.
Tanner and I are clearly
though, Nico.
Tanner, first of all, no. Fuck you on that one. Tanner, have you looked at the Wendy's girl, though, before? Have you seen the excellent fan art of her?
This cannot factor into...
We're going to be here all day with this argument.
Have you or have you not seen some excellent, some excellent art of her out there?
Yeah, I've whacked off to hentai of the Wendy's girl.
Exactly. Can you say the same for the Carl's Jr. star?
I can't say that I can. Quick side tangent to give us a bit of a pressure relief. I'm very stupid when it comes to reading, so I'm now realizing I'm the only one who said Arby's.
You are, yeah. Arby's is definitely off of there.
Okay.
Yeah. It makes me want to vomit.
Yeah, they're pretty rough. Not a big fan.
Unfortunate. Okay.
Now back to the meat of here. I just want to reiterate here again.
Yeah, Wendy's, Carl's Jr., McDonald's.
Carl's Jr., McDonald's, Wendy's, okay? That's got to be the order there, man. That's got to be the order.
Let's invert that list.
Well, hang on, Jackson. Let's not do that, dude.
I think Tanner and I are pretty close in agreement with what we're looking at here. I think you just got to accept the fate that Wendy's isn't as good as you think it is.
Dude, Wendy's is fantastic, okay? They pride themselves on creating warm and friendly environments, okay? Making an excellent place to enjoy your meal with family and friends.
This guy's just reading ads now.
Dude, they almost kicked me out because I'm gay before. What are you talking about?
That was Chick-fil-A, you piece of shit. Wendy's, on the other hand, goes above and beyond to provide exceptional dining experiences with its commitment to quality, innovation, and community involvement, okay?
Bro's reading their about page on their website.
He's reading their fucking ads. I don't find this too convincing, to be honest.
This is the pyramid scheme that Nico's in right now. He's forced to buy hundreds of dollars of Wendy's every month, or else they don't let him keep his Star subscriber membership anymore.
Wendy's kicks ass. You guys are fucking wrong, but I'll concede, okay? For the sake of brevity here, this episode's already running a bit long. We're not even halfway through the fucking list yet. Fine, I'll concede on that point. But just know that Lucas and I know what's what, okay?
Okay.
For all you Wendy's lovers out there, and of multiple varieties, if you catch my drift.
Jesus.
You know what's what, okay? You know what's what. Your voices were heard.
Alright, where's that spit the list out now?
Yeah,
All right,
so
so we're looking
we've got we've got Wendy's at 8, but who are we? You guys are both.
Wendy's
thinking,
is not at 8. Wendy's is at 7. We were talking about 765.
Oh, I thought we were doing 867. What the fuck is 8 then?
8 is In-N-Out.
I thought that was 9.
No, In-N-Out was 9.
9 is In-N-Out.
So yeah, Wendy's is 8, and then you guys were thinking McDonald's and the Carl's Jr. or McDonald's is better than Carl's Jr.
I think Carl's Jr. is better than McDonald's.
I absolutely do not agree with that.
All right, so it sounds like it's Wendy's,
wait,
Carl's Jr., McDonald's.
Wait. Nico,
Sorry, I'm just being a little spiteful, Tanner. I have to look at my list again here.
You do in fact...
I do agree with you, Tanner.
Jesus.
I was like, you flip-flop there, you get your own fucking list here. But like, alright, I'll take it.
This is how fucking steamed you get.
I just want Wendy's to be higher. Okay. So we're at number 5 now, right?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Can we kick Subway off the list yet? Just completely remove it.
No.
I don't think we
I mean, what all do we have
Well-
left? Are there only 5 other options left, or are there 6?
Let's see here. So we've got KFC, Chick-fil-A. We still got
Chipotle,
Chipotle.
Subway, and Panda Express.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess Taco Bell too. We haven't put Taco Bell on.
Yeah,
either.
Taco Bell as well.
Is that 6?
No, I think Taco Bell is probably 4 or 5.
No, I'm saying like is the number that's left 6 out of like the 5 we have options.
Maybe.
That sounds about right.
I think it was 6. Let's fucking write them down. What are the options left? What should we eliminate between them?
So, remainder KFC, Chick-fil-A,
Taco Bell,
Taco
Chipotle, Panda.
Did we choose to get rid of Dairy Queen?
No, Dairy Queen was number 10.
Oh, right.
Yeah, we
wait,
got 6
right?
left. So out of these 6, we have to eliminate one of them.
I'm saying Subway. I feel like that's the easy choice there.
I would also agree that I think Subway is the worst of these. Even though I literally have KFC ranked lower than it, you guys have kind of convinced me a bit. I need to try more with KFC. I've enjoyed what I've had.
I mean, I don't even have KFC on my list, but yeah, I can get rid of Subway.
Fantastic.
I
Alright, so
think-
for our number 5 then, I feel like it's definitely Taco Bell.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
I would have put KFC, but sure, you guys beat me.
I can
out.
agree with that as well.
I'd
Taco
say-
Bell, KFC. I think
Well, yeah.
Taco Bell and KFC are definitely 4 and 5.
But which one's 4 and which one's 5?
I think it's KFC at 5 and then Taco Bell at 4.
I think it's the opposite, man.
Taco Bell's so good, man. I don't think it even compares to KFC for me.
I prefer Taco Bell to KFC. So I'd probably go Taco Bell 4, KFC 5.
Come on, guys, come on.
Nico,
What, you
give
guys
up.
want to put on some fucking lipstick right now? Put on a cute little dress for you? You keep
Jesus
fucking me
Christ.
throughout this entire list! You sons of bitches!
Dude, I'm
True.
sorry. Tanner and I have such good taste in fast food restaurants. What can we say?
You should have chosen so many items that are like only on your list.
Take some,
Well,
pick
that's
some
on you
popular
guys for not
chains.
having as refined palates as yours truly.
I'm sorry, my list is so fucking generic.
Jackson just looked at like a top 10 for like the most sold fast food place or whatever the fuck, and just insert Chipotle number 2 just so he would seem like he's not being super generic.
No, I literally thought about this. I definitely think I enjoy eating at McDonald's more than I enjoy eating at Chipotle, just because it's so much cheaper and I feel like I get a lot more value for my money there.
For shame. Now who's shilling for a fast food place? Fine, we can put fucking KFC at number 5.
Top 5 is still pretty good.
Yeah, I guess so. So for number 3, boys, this is where shit starts getting real serious.
Yeah. This is hard, honestly. I would probably say it'd be fairest to put Panda Express because Nico doesn't even have it on his list.
That's what I was gonna say as well.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Now for these final 2, though,
I'm saying Chick-fil-A at number 2 and Chipotle at number 1.
you would say that, and I know Tanner's gonna reiterate the same exact thing. However, have you guys considered that Chick-fil-A is really good, okay? Have you thought about that at all?
Chick-fil-A is
Have
really
you thought
good.
about that? They're not open on Sundays, which I know is going to be a detractor for Jackson here. But Tanner, as a man of the cloth yourself, as a man
I
who
am
is
not.
as a man who is brothers with a man who is a man of the cloth, surely you must be able to recognize just how great that is. Okay?
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
Yeah.
I don't like how they gave in to the fucking wokesters, though.
What do they do?
They said they don't hate gay people. And they hired a diversity, inclusion, and equity fucking CEO or whatever the fuck.
I think that's all just like them putting on airs, Tanner. I don't think they sincerely believe it.
Well, I don't care if they sincerely believe it. I don't like the airs.
I mean, look, man. Sometimes
Chipotle, on the other hand, gave a bunch of libtards fucking emphysema or something.
Yeah. I know there was some like Chipotle over in like Salem as well.
Yeah, norovirus or some shit. That was funny.
Yeah.
Didn't like fucking E. coli on it or something at some point?
Yes,
too?
sir.
Yeah.
That was it. It was E. coli.
Exactly.
Yeah, they're giving people all sorts of diseases and shit. Fuck them. Anyway, Chipotle number one. Love Chipotle. I've always loved Chipotle.
One.
I guess if that's really your take, then what's a boy to do against it?
I've never gotten a coli from Chipotle.
True, me either. I think.
There we go. Nico, were you writing the list the whole time?
No.
Oh, okay. I guess let's figure it out backwards then, because I forgot it.
Unfortunate.
So yeah, boys. Number 1 is Chipotle. For number 2, that is
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A.
Number 3 is Panda.
Yes, sir. Number 3 is Panda Express. Number 4 was...
That's where it gets dicey. What the fuck was number 4?
Number 4...
Number 4 was Taco Bell.
Taco Bell.
Taco Bell, yeah. Taco Bell and then KFC.
Yeah, KFC. Now, number 6, on the other hand, that was Carl's Jr.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then it's McDonald's.
Then Wendy's. And then In-N-Out. And then what was number 10?
Number 10 is Dairy Queen.
Then Dairy.
And how's that panning out, Jackson? How's that looking?
That's looking pretty good to me. There is the top 10 right there, baby.
Fantastic, dude. Fantastic.
Yeah, should we do
it's
that?
It's a terrible list. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. It's terrible, but
it's pretty
it's
silly.
The list we got at the end of the day.
Should we read it out one more time, just like quicker?
Yeah, sure. Why not? Official top 10, okay? Quote unquote official, okay?
Yeah, start from the bottom.
Number 10, Dairy Queen. Number 9, In-N-Out. Number 8, Wendy's. Number 7, McDonald's. Number 6, Carl's Jr. Number 5, KFC. Number 4, Taco Bell. Number 3, Panda Express. Number 2, Chick-fil-A. And for our number 1 pick of the Guapish top 10 fast food restaurants, it is Chipotle.
Yeah, the one thing on this list is I'm really shocked Panda got this high. I think it's just because Nico forgot to argue about it being lower earlier on, so it really snuck by.
Fuck Panda Express! That shit's lame.
I think it's really good, but I think it's funny that I got that high, figuring I rated it number 3 and it got number 3 and you didn't even have it on your fucking list and Tanner put it at number 6.
Fuck Panda Express, man. That shit's gay.
I got my way with that one. What can I say?
You know what else you're getting your way with, Jackson?
Guapish at the movies? Are we transitioning to that now? It's so late.
Oh, we're transitioning, dude. We're transitioning, alright.
Oh no. They're turning Guapish trans.
So, Jackson, what did we watch this week, dude? What did we watch this week?
Oh, we watched some fucking weird shit this week. A really hodgepodge pick of movies. Our Patreon request this week was The Transformers, the movie.
The Transformers movie? The 1982 film?
86.
It was actually 86. Siri's talking all of a sudden. Shut up, woman.
The 1986 film Transformers Rise of Cybertron? So Transformers 96, this movie's pretty crazy, alright? So you see, with this movie, you fucking start out with, you got the Transformers, you got the Decepticons, they're a wild bunch, it's a tale as old as time, and you've got Unicron, the big bad of the film. He's a planet eater, okay? He goes around, he munches on planets. So, check it out, guys. The Decepticons finally figured out, okay? They figure out how to get into the Autobots' base, and they're gonna fucking murder all of them, okay? The final battle between Optimus Prime and Megatron is taking place right now on the big screen. So it happens, okay? They tussle a little bit, and Optimus Prime dies, okay? He fucking dies. He gets blasted. God. Could you imagine being a small child, going to the big Transformers movie, and seeing your hero die on the big screen?
So horrific.
And he's actually permanently dead? He's just gone now? That would be crazy. And then, of course, Megatron also dies. And the GOAT himself, Starscream, fucking murks him, okay? But all is not well in the land of Transformers, okay? Because Unicron comes in, and he absorbs Megatron, turns him into a bigger, badass version of himself called Galvatron or some bullshit. And then from there, he murders fucking Starscream in cold blood. The hero of the film gets killed for a second time, but this is the second hero, not the first one. Starscream, the GOAT, is dead now. He's dead. And from there, they kind of just meander for a while and try and figure out, like, the new big hero, and they can't really figure out who it is for a while. They try and, like, put on one guy who looks suspiciously like Optimus Prime, but ends up not being him. He fucking dies as well. Some fish eat him or something, I think. Then they go and they kill Unicron.
Yeah.
That's pretty much the film.
That's about right.
Yeah.
They bore Unicron by beating him up from the inside.
Well, that'd be Unicron
Or
boring.
yeah, Vince Unicron bored them.
I think this movie is actually pretty kick-ass, honestly. I think it's super cool, especially for like a G-rated kids film. The fact that they are like legit just blowing each other to smithereens or like executing each other point blank. There's just a lot of violence in this. The part where they say shit was very funny.
Right? That blew me
funny.
away. Now, to be fair, Tanner, PG wasn't invented at this time yet.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, when I was watching it with some of my housemates, and we watching it, he goes, "Oh shit, what do we do now?" And I just go, "Did he just say shit?" And I'm like, "What?" And so we backed it up, played it again, and then we just burst out laughing. I thought this movie actually had pretty. You said meandering in your little run through there. I didn't think it meandered that much. I thought the pacing was actually pretty quick, and that they got to each new action scene fairly rapidly. Honestly.
I feel like once they get to like the trash plane or whatever, that's where things kind of go downhill for a bit for me. How do you feel, Jackson?
Yeah, I'm totally with you. The first fight was fucking crazy and chaotic and really set the pace for the film, and then it like slowed down a lot for when they got like randomly hit by the fucking guys again and ran away to some random fuck all planet, and then get captured, and everything kind of like slowed down a lot and got really weird, and then like it picked back up again for like the big final fight. So I'm kind of with Nico. The plot of this movie was really fucking weird and chaotic is how I'd describe it.
Yeah, and like, by the way, like, pretty much every, like, new character who they find on, like, Junk Planet, they're impossible to understand.
Yeah, no.
Actually, insane.
You don't get it. I heard that the point of this movie was that...
They wanted to sell toys.
Yeah, so they killed all of the Transformers that, had toys that already existed so that they could sell a new batch.
Yeah.
And that's why they just fucking murk everyone's favorite characters, like, relentlessly throughout this movie.
Yeah, and they give all the old ones new forms as well, okay?
Yeah.
Big new forms.
But one thing that really stood out to me with this movie is the music.
The music is crazy 80s, okay?
The soundtrack kicks ass, and the original score is really good as well.
Yeah.
I was actually genuinely super into the music the entire time. The fact that they have a fight scene set to Dare to Be Stupid by Weird Al is the wildest thing I've seen in one of these
Yeah, it definitely kind of blew me away there.
There was a fucking Weird Al song? I didn't even notice. Unless you guys are yanking my chain right now.
No, we're not.
I legitimately did not notice there was a Weird Al song in this movie.
The song that plays when they fight the junk robots, the mustache guy, when they fight his group, it's a Weird Al parody of Devo.
Interesting. The more you know.
Yeah.
I think the Galvatron's pretty impressive, though. I definitely like the animation for a lot of the segments where he's just fucking munching on shit. I thought that was pretty sweet. The animation in other parts of the movie wasn't as good.
I thought it was pretty alright throughout. I thought the art was pretty strong, especially for like the bases and like the space stuff. I thought that looked really cool.
What it reminded me a lot of was like fucking One Punch Man, where like a lot of the times, like, Saitam will just be like this fucking normal ass looking dopey guy or whatever the fuck, but then like every now and then you get a really high detailed shot of the fucking Transformers or whatever, and it's like, wow, this is fucking jarring.
Right.
Yeah, I thought some of the animations were really solid in this movie. Like when they're, again with like the base stuff, when they're like showing the base like whip out all those like defenses and stuff. I really like that type of like 80s like cool not cyberpunk, but like techie aesthetic. I think they did a good job with that. They're really adventurous with some of the animation in this movie, but it also is unfortunate that the Transformers are just really fucking hard to animate by hand, so a lot of the time it looks like ass when they're, animating the actual Transformers. Like when they're doing the transformation animation specifically. They just like skip a shit ton of frames, and it's like, oh, right, they're a robot, and now they're in the car. They do that all the fucking time, and there's plenty of other like cuts that are really obvious to notice throughout the whole movie. But for what it is, and for the time, I actually think it's pretty solid. Also, the transformation noise they make every time they transform is fucking hilarious to me. Every time I played it made me crack up, because it's just like, it just sounds so goofy. I haven't watched like any Transformers movies besides this one, by the way. I didn't know how prolific the noise was.
Oh, it's very.
Also, there's like being a fucking tape deck, and like the little guys come out. I don't know anything about Transformers, so this all like blew my mind. There's like a fucking just pack of dinosaurs that are retards. And really.
Yeah, Grimlock and the other Dinobots.
Yeah, this was eye-opening to me.
Great.
Also, fucking Megatron constantly just trying to like go against Omnicron, whatever his name is, even though the other guy is like unfathomably more powerful than Megatron. I think it's really funny how every step of the way he's like, fuck you, I'm not your plaything, but thanks for like all the power to like defeat my enemies and everything. I'm gonna betray you the second I get the chance. Like, it's so fucking goofy how obvious it is about his intentions.
One thing I find very funny in the plot is basically Optimus Prime chose wrong.
Yeah.
When he passed the Matrix to Ultra Magnus,
Yeah.
and then Ultra Magnus just couldn't use it, and he got fucking blown to smithereens.
Yeah.
Then some other dude uses it. That's very funny to me.
And that guy's so cool because he's like a cool car.
Yeah.
And he runs over Megatron or something.
Dude, he has flames on him.
Yeah, his go-to move seems to be hitting people with himself. And I like when he used the Matrix, it made him big, and so he turned into, like, a big 18-wheeler hot rod.
Yeah, that was really fucking... I was so confused when that happened. Like, why is he a fucking truck now? What happened?
Yeah, I definitely did really like it when he just fucking turns into a car and runs fucking Galvatron over, like, several times. I thought that was hilarious.
It's very funny. I thought some of the designs for the Transformers in this movie are like wild. It doesn't even make sense. The shark robots were weird.
Oh yeah.
Those frog things or alligator ones were crazy. That one with like the alien skull and the tentacles, I don't even like what the fuck was that?
He transforms into a Rolls Royce actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So he's been down to Earth and really likes the luxury cars.
Yeah.
Right. I thought the voice acting was pretty good in this.
I mean, when you could understand what they're saying, yeah.
True. The characters you can understand.
I think it's funny that there's just I think it's funny as fuck that there's just like some random kid that's hanging out with them and he's like totally incompetent throughout most of it. That's pretty funny. He's just like along for the ride.
They should not have brought him with them. They
he's like been put in situations that risk his life all the fucking time. Like the whole movie is like constantly about to die. It's really goofy.
Dude, speaking of the G-rate, there's like the scene where they're getting dropped in that vat of acid, and you're seeing like their exoskeleton melt off, and they're like writhing in pain. What the fuck?
Well, you see, they're robots, so it's fine.
Yeah,
that's how like Samurai Jack and shit got around it back in the day.
Yeah, true, but you know they are in the lore of the world like fully sentient beings and shit.
Yeah, but they're robots.
I guess.
I like the one guy that's really fast and he talks really fast and you can't understand anything he's saying. That guy's silly.
Yeah, Blur.
Yeah.
He's pretty fun.
I think it's funny he's trying to like explain himself not being able to put the dinosaurs in the ship because they just like won't budge. That was pretty silly.
I hated the Dinobots, though. I think they're stupid.
You don't like the Dinobots? Grimlock's so
They didn't
funny,
even
though.
combine in this movie.
You're right, they didn't.
Which was fucking lame.
Nico's got you there.
He does have me there. We got any other points about this?
No.
I do want to give another shout out to the music. The main theme kicks ass. I thought it was awesome.
Dude, you got the touch.
No, the main Transformers theme.
You got the power.
But also that one. That one was good, and like that has a pretty cool looking moment when Optimus Prime does that like flip over a bunch of Decepticons and he's just like fucking blasting them.
Yeah.
That shit was sweet, man.
Alright, so for our rankings though, yeah, I think it's pretty sweet, but Jackson, you go first. What are you ranking it?
Yeah, this is maybe going to be brutal compared to your guys' rankings. I don't know exactly what you're putting it at. It's honestly not even that bad, I guess. I'm just putting it at a C. I think the movie has a lot of things going for it. I thought it was pretty funny in a lot of ways, but it's also kind of bad. in a lot of ways. It was also pretty fucking boring for me throughout a lot of it. There was definitely some funny scenes that carried it, and the animation was cool, but it was mostly just boring and confusing to me. And I don't know, pretty amateurishly made. Like the fucking audio mixing was horrible in this movie for like one thing. But yeah, I'm just giving it a solid C.
God fucking damn it, I was gonna give it a C as well, but I was worried it'd be too harsh.
Oh.
So I was hoping you could give us a little levity first, but so Tanner, what's your,
Oh, I'm gonna give it an A.
There we go.
What do you say you cut out?
He said an A.
An A, okay.
Yeah, I thought it was very good, and I think this is like the level of like maturity and action you'd want out of a kids movie.
I don't know about that.
Okay,
Like, have you seen Prince of Egypt, Tanner?
I have.
That's some level of maturity I want in kids' movies.
That's fair enough.
Yeah. I want hardcore themes of slavery and shit, man. This film had basically no themes in it, to be
Nico
perfectly
loves his
honest.
slavery.
Yeah, no, I would not say.
Now, you know what else you're not going to say, Tanner?
What?
Say, boy golly, this sure was a wet, hot, and American summer.
Well, hold on one
Nico,
second.
what was your
What-
ranking? Did you also give it a C?
Oh, yeah, I also gave it a C.
Okay, let's see what that puts it at. That is at a B minus.
Boy golly, this sure was one hot, wet, and American summer, now wasn't it? So next up, guys, we watched Wet, Hot American Summer, okay?
This movie was pretty funny.
It was a pretty funny film. Now, Tanner, can you maybe describe it for us?
Oh God.
You just watched it, so it should be fresh in your brain.
True, but like, God, I don't know. What's more specific than saying wacky summer camp hijinks, but less specific than actually going through the plot?
I mean, you can, briefly go through the plot.
Well,
only the real parts that matter. A lot of it doesn't.
it's the last day of summer camp, and, everyone's fucking, and, they're very irresponsible with the children, and they're all adults, but they're playing teenagers. And there's wacky summer camp hijinks.
There sure are, man. There sure are.
There's, I think the only through line in the story really is the one guy trying to get with the one girl.
Yeah.
And then it doesn't happen.
Yeah, that's pretty much it for the most part. There are, like, some, minor pieces of character development and stuff here and there, but...
Yeah.
For the most part, it's only, like, the real big thing. Also, there's, like, a fucking piece of, like, a satellite or some shit coming out of the sky that's gonna destroy the camp! And so the astrologist who's...
Well, I will say they introduce and resolve that in, like, 15 minutes. So...
Yeah.
No, I mean, like, the guy mentions it, like, a lot throughout the movie, though.
Does he?
Yeah,
He
brings it up
does,
several
yeah.
times.
Like, pretty early on, he's, like, looking at the sky, and he's like, what do you see? Or something, and he's, like, checking it out. They have, like, a lot of, like, random, like, little subtle hints that they show about stuff early on. Like, for example, another subtle hint about the guy being gay when he was, like, adamantly trying to see the video of the guy jacking off in the webcam.
Yeah.
Yeah, very subtle.
Yeah, very subtle little hint, but yeah, the movie's full of stuff like that. Honestly, I think the movie was more enjoyable in the second watch, because Nico and I watched it together with Tanner again. At least for me, it was more enjoyable, just because there was a lot of little intricacies I missed the first time, and like the jokes kind of like flew a bit better because I knew what was coming.
Yeah, I'd
That's
absolutely say
me,
so as
though.
well.
This is a very good parody movie for like the high school summer camp setting. Again, like with Tanner, he also wanted this movie thinking it was just going to be some generic summer camp film, and it was not that. I was happily surprised with it just being a fucking parody of those types of movies, and or I guess just the event of summer camp itself.
Dude, I would never pick a movie like that. Please ignore Take Me Home Tonight. So yeah, I thought that this movie was pretty good, guys. It was a pretty enjoyable, funny little romp, there were like a few, like, there were definitely some standout jokes here and there. For example, there was like the whole thing with the gurnal. I really like the whole gurnal bit. Tanner has no idea what I'm talking about right now, Jackson. He doesn't know about the gurnal.
I like Capture the Flag.
Yeah, the Capture the Flag moment's also pretty crazy.
Yeah, I like the fucking, just like, I guess the main guy, the guy we see the most, just being like insanely autistic and awkward the entire movie. Pretty funny. I think the acting is honestly a very standout thing with this movie for me. Like, they play their characters really fucking well. Like, for example, like the big douchebag guy, I think, and main character autistic guy are definitely the two standout ones for me, because they just totally fit their characters. Like, they're so fucking awkward for the autistic guy. He like totally acts super weirdly the whole fucking time, and then the douchebag guy constantly making the faces all the time. His like just like random intricacies totally match up with what I'd expect it to be. Big fan. I think the acting is really solid throughout this entire movie.
I definitely did like it. However, I do think they kind of left a bit to be desired in some areas. So specifically for me, I think a big part that I didn't really like too much about the acting was there were quite a few like sort of like little skits and shit that they do throughout this, where it definitely feels less like these are characters and more so like, yeah, these like actors doing silly things on a screen right now.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But when they were playing their characters, I think they did it well. Like obviously, I'm not talking about when they were fucking shooting up heroin in a fucking trap house when they went to town for that one time. That's not a part of their character. But you know.
I definitely think that scene's. I mean, like if I think that they just kind of like played it a bit better, then it would make more sense. It just kind of feels like I don't know. They just don't really sell it super well for me. Another big part is like when like they're fucking like ransacking the like a hospital or whatever the fuck because like the guy called and like he's at the camp now or whatever. It just very much so feels like, oh man, we gotta like do this funny thing now where we're like trashing this fucking hospital. It's crazy.
I mean, I think they're just trying to parody like all those scenes where like it's supposed to be some really intense situation. They're trying to like resolve it as quickly as possible, and they're just like fucking destroying the base. I thought it was pretty well done. I thought it was funny.
I mean, that's definitely what they're trying to do there, but at the same time, I just don't think they do it very well.
Yeah, I feel like with that scene, there seemed to be a weird shift in like not necessarily the tone, but the presentation of the movie. Like I feel like that was the first time.
Like that.
I feel like that scene was the first time where it was like a handheld shaky cam following him around instead of being like camera shots and shit, something felt different about that then continued throughout the rest of the movie, and it felt more amateurish than like, oh, this is like a big budget comedy movie.
Well, I mean, the budget in general for this movie is really fucking small.
I mean, like, quote unquote.
My interpretation of that was because they're trying to like set up for like a climax to the film, which is there's a bunch of like these big stupid events going on, like the kids are gonna get washed down the fucking river, or this piece of space debris is gonna crush the auditorium, whatever they're doing, the rec house or whatever it's called. And I think they're just trying to, I don't know. They changed the presentation of the movie because they're trying to make it like a fast pace and like this is like some intense thing that's happening. That's how I took it, at least. Yeah,
I definitely do. By the way, for the child actors here, boys, how'd you guys feel about them? What do you say?
None of them came across me as being like bad, and so I thought at some of them were very funny. Most of them were just like, yeah, that's a child.
Yeah, I think it's serviceable. I mean, they're acting like kids. I can't really knock it at all.
Yeah, I definitely do think that generally they did a decent job. However, like, again, similar to like their adult counterparts, there were a few parts here and there where it was like, they're not really selling this very well for me at all. For example, like, when they're in peril, when they're about to go down the big old rapids or whatever, they're gonna fucking die or fucking whatever,
some of them just weren't even acting. They're just sitting there. I mean, yeah, I think that was the point, though. Is like it's clearly not supposed to be an intense situation at all, and they're just like faking it.
I don't know, man. I don't know, because like they had like a couple shots of, like the kids screaming or whatever, but like a couple of them just had like big old smiles on their faces.
I mean, I think they're really just playing into the fact that this is like not a serious situation at all. Like this is. I don't think it's what
they were trying to do, though, Jackson. Like obviously,
I agree with Jackson. I think that's what they were going for.
Like they literally weren't fucking moving, and then like the saving process was like entirely handled off screen with just the fucking dude like pointing like, "Oh yeah, you're so awesome, let's go." It was like clearly just some fucking stupid, dumb bullshit they were making, and they weren't taking it seriously at all.
Well, I mean, yeah, like I think that like that joke would have like hit much better had they had actually like kind of felt like the kids were in peril. Like obviously they weren't going to be, and like the movie wasn't really gonna like try and make it seem like they were that much. But at the same time, like just make the kids like not be fucking smiling or whatever,
I see your viewpoint, man, but I just disagree. I don't really think it would have been improved that much. I honestly think it was kind of funny that they just didn't give a shit at all.
I see. Okay.
I thought it was like there's like just some kids like sitting there smiling and other kids are like freaking out. I thought it was funny.
Alright, so boys, do we have many other like real notes for this film? Like it's a comedy. What can we really say other than like going through like each bit here and there and be like, this one was funny. I like this one.
Right.
Sounds like we don't really have much else. Okay, perfect. So I'm gonna be starting us off here, boys. I'm gonna be giving fucking Wet Hot American Summer a B-. It maybe would have been a little higher, But these motherfuckers had a Wilhelm scream in the film, not once but twice. These
Come
pieces
on,
of shit.
It's a comedy, Nico.
Yeah,
I
they're
hate
playing
it.
the,
I
like,
hate
the
it.
glass breaking sound effect all the
I
fucking time,
love
too.
the glass breaking sound effect. I thought that was hilarious that they kept reusing it.
You just don't like the Wilhelm scream.
I hate the Wilhelm scream. Fuck it.
I only noticed it once, actually. But yeah, I'm giving
There
it
was
an
like
A
a-
minus myself.
You said A minus?
A minus. I thought it was pretty funny. I think it's pretty comparable in quality to the other comedy movies I've seen. Like, I gave fucking Ferris Bueller's Day Off an A, and, you know, I think they're relatively similar in terms of comedy. Ferris Bueller just had a higher budget
Okay.
and could do more with it.
I'm giving this one an A.
An A, there we go.
Decently high ranking across the board except for mine.
True, that puts it at a B
so not
plus.
across the board.
Decently high.
It was almost
B
good.
plus.
B plus.
What was the last one we watched?
The last one we watched was, in fact, your pick, Tanner. Cannot believe you forgot, you buffoon. This is The Pirates Who Can't Do Anything, a VeggieTales movie, the 2008 film.
Jackson, can you go through this film for us?
Yeah, sure. So, like, the prince gets kidnapped, and the fucking princess kidnaps our protagonists, who are just lackeys at some fucking play theater. And then they attempt to rescue the prince. And they do. The end.
Yeah,
Well, now
that's
hang
about
on,
right.
Jackson. I don't feel like you're giving the story nearly enough credit here, man.
Yeah, I think that's about right.
There's a lot of shit that happens in between, but it's not really that necessary to the plot, I would say. I guess maybe at the very end they, like, fight the big bad, who wants to, like, take over the kingdom, I guess. This is a fucking like a monarchy or something in the VeggieTales universe, and he wants to take over the kingdom, and he gets defeated at the end.
Dude, he's ready to kill for the crown, okay? He's gonna
Yeah,
commit regicide here. He's gonna murder his little niece, his nephew. He's gonna blow up the king, okay?
Yeah, this is a kid's movie.
It sure is.
This is the first time I've ever seen anything about VeggieTales. I thought it was just a kid's movie. It was really fucking boring throughout most of it, and not really funny at all. That's
I will
just me,
say, they really didn't have like that much Jesus shit in this movie at all.
Don't you get it? The king is a metaphor for God.
He is?
Yeah.
That's
And
crazy.
the princess and prince are disciples of Jesus.
Yeah, sure.
Well, I mean, the boy could be Jesus, so who's the girl?
The Virgin Mary.
Yeah, exactly.
I see.
I don't know.
That'd be silly.
Everyone keeps telling me that the VeggieTales is like some Christian shit. Even when I was in a call with Tinichi, another person that's been on the podcast before, he was even I told him we watched the movie, and he's like, "Is that just like some hardcore Christian shit?" I'm like, "What?" This had nothing to do with religion. The entirety of the movie.
Yeah, so that's
They
definitely
have
what.
they have biblical lessons in it.
Well, so like early VeggieTales is definitely like really Christian, but later on in their run, they kind of strayed away from that and basically just became about like spreading good morals, essentially.
Yeah, this movie was very clearly trying to like push that anybody can be like a hero agenda. Not like
Yeah.
agenda makes it sound kind of fucked up. It's it's just trying to just
How
show that
dare they try and make it so everyone feels like they can do good things?
Yeah, exactly. Anybody can do anything. You can look past your faults and improve yourself. You know, I see the messaging of the movie. It's pretty generic.
Did you guys know that Yuri Lowenthal was in this?
Yuri Lowenthal
Yeah.
of Game of Thrones fame.
I was gonna say of Spider-Man PS4 fame.
Yeah, I definitely
What?
know. I definitely played and watched both of those pieces of media.
Honestly, I agree. This movie's pretty boring. It's a kid's film. It's not like offensive or bad at any point. It's just, it's not engaging to me. One thing I think that would have improved this quite a bit actually was, I feel like it needed more musical numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Like they should have had more songs because I feel like the songs are often the funnest part of this, and there just aren't very many in here.
Yeah, VeggieTales is well known for its music. If you didn't know, Jackson.
Yeah.
I didn't. I was concerned this was going to be a musical when they got into the first play area. The play scene, I should say.
It would have been better if it was more of a musical. And the main theme song of The Pirates Who Don't Do Anything does in fact slap.
Yeah,
So.
it's pretty solid.
And I've never been to Boston in the fall.
Oh, that's fun. Well, yeah, I don't really know. Do you guys have much more to say about this film?
I can't say that I do.
I guess I'll say one thing that I thought was funny. is when they're going through the different islands that were very, like, not, like, self-explanatory, but I thought it was funny. Like, oh, that's why it's called the Clapping Gate or something. I don't know. It was, like, some super basic shit. But my brain was like, that's pretty funny. I don't know why.
Oh, they got me there.
I was like, oh, that's silly. Yeah, I don't really have a lot to say about this movie.
Alright, well, fantastic. I guess we can get on to the rankings here then. I'm gonna give this film a C- personally.
Nico, I'm sorry. I know I said I was going to also give it a C-, but on further inspection, I think this movie's kind of retarded. I'm giving it a D+. I'm giving it...
You son of a bitch,
I'm
Jax.
giving
We're
it
supposed
one
to rank
rank
every film the
less.
same again this week.
I'm sorry, man. I'm
You gotta
sorry.
stick to
We're
the
not
script.
even fucking close to ranking everything the same, are we? Oh, no, wait, no, we rank Transformers the same.
Yeah, that's the only one, though.
Tanner, what are you
I'm
putting
gonna
it?
give this. I'm giving it a flat C. I think it's a movie that exists. You know, I don't think it's particularly bad. I don't think it's particularly good. So I'm putting it flat C.
And that puts it at a C-, uninspiringly. This is, in fact, one of the movies of all time. And and we watched it. Tanner, what inspired this pick, by the way? I can't remember if I got that answer out of you.
I think I just ended up thinking of the main theme song one day. I was like, oh, I should choose this movie.
No,
Fair.
going into this, I actually thought that it was going to be the Jonah movie. And so I got really confused, and I got very worried that we'd picked the wrong one, Jackson and I.
Ah.
Yeah. And
Tanner,
it
was
turns
this
out,
movie in-
no, it was indeed the correct one, thankfully, but...
Tanner, was this movie in 4x3 for you?
I don't think so.
Yeah, we watched it in 4x3 for some reason. I downloaded some wacky fucking file. That was definitely a deterrent. It's really weird seeing a 2008 movie, in fucking 4x3. Pretty goofy.
Yeah,
a
that's a bit-
theatrical
that's a bit
release
weird.
as well.
Fun fact, I also saw this movie in theaters when it came out.
Was it in 4x3?
Quick question for you guys.
Uh-huh.
What the fuck is the accent that the gourd has?
The Gourd?
Yeah.
He's Swedish.
Oh, okay.
No, he's not.
Yeah, that's not true at all.
No.
He's British.
Okay. How come Bob
I think
wasn't
he's
in
like,
this movie?
Bob, because Bob sucks ass, dude. Everyone hates Bob.
Everyone
All my
does hate
homies
Bob.
hate Bob. I think, to be honest, though, with you, Tanner, I think he's supposed to be some sort of Hispanic.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, you know. They're not trying to hit that stereotype super hard, you know.
Right.
But, like,
Fair
it's
enough.
still present.
We need to show Jackson the Manatee song.
There's so many solid bangers from that shit. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, for sure.
I love VeggieTales.
Anyways.
Someone needs to pick the Chocolate Bunny movie next.
What a
So
highly
next
rated
up-
week we had.
Or the what the fuck is the superhero ones?
Captain Larry.
Captain Larry, yeah.
That's not it. It's like Super Larry.
I think it might be
It's something
Super
Larry.
Yeah.
The legendary
Larry Boy?
Larry.
It's Larry Boy.
I think it's Larry Boy, yeah.
Anyways.
So yeah, are we because Dylan's not here this week, are we in fact going to do all of us pick one and then we do the
we can all
Patreon
pick
pick?
one. Why not?
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good. He can be salty about it all he wants. He can shiver his timbers all he wants. Anyways, let me do the Patreon roll real quick. Let's hope it doesn't.
please.
Let's hope it doesn't fucking break again. I guess let me post out the current request so I can compare it if it does in fact break again for some reason. I should probably see why that happened. Anyways, it picked RRR, the 2022 film. Thank you,
I'm
your
excited for that
supervisor, for picking the film.
Yeah, that is a Bollywood film. It's going to be our very first Bollywood one on our
Yeah.
ranking here.
It's also 3 hours long.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh my
Sounds like
god.
we're watching it tonight, boys.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. Yeah, I'd actually had this on my list previously because I'd heard really good things about it, but...
I've seen it.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
Oh.
Is it Awesome Possum?
Is it good?
I'll let you guys find that
You
out
like
for
it, Tanner?
yourselves.
Okay.
I mean, I'm already
Anyways,
going into it with high hopes, but...
yeah. All right. So I am uninspiringly picking the fourth Evangelion film, finishing off the fucking quintuplet. It's not a quintuplet, quadruplet of this movie series. 3.0 or 3.0 plus 1. I'm not sure if that's the exact title, but you get the idea.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Tanner, what are you going to be picking, man?
I think it'd be funny to pick...
Yeah?
Yeah, this will be funny.
Okay.
I'm gonna pick the longest movie ever created in Hollywood,
Why?
which is 1963's Cleopatra.
Okay. That's a fun choice, Tanner. That's a fun choice.
Funny.
Yeah, well, there'll be some history there to dissect next time around.
Yeah. Anyways,
for-
fuck you.
Also that. So,
I believe it's 4 hours long.
I'm looking at IMDb and it says it's only 3 hours and 12 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Not much longer than RRR, I guess. So I, on the other hand, am going to be going with the 2002 rendition of The Count of Monte Cristo.
Interesting.
Yeah. Should be a pretty solid bunch here, guys. Jackson's not looking forward to any of these.
I'm looking forward to one of them, man. What are you talking about? RRR seems interesting just because you're interested in it, and I know nothing about this movie. I just like the idea. When I see RRR, I just think the movie's name is just like it's angry. I don't know. I don't think that's about it at all, but you know.
Mm-hmm. And you're not saying you're interested in The Count of Monte Cristo, Jackson?
I don't know shit about The Count of Monte Cristo. I've got no
inspiration. Dude, it's a classic
at all.
literary tale.
No shit, I don't know anything about it. What can I say?
Bummer. Alright, and that does it for today, boys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, ring and ding that bell of yours over on youtube.com/Guapish. And of course, please subscribe to our Patreon as well. With that, you can get a bunch of amazing benefits, boys. A bunch of amazing... What the fuck are you pointing at, Tanner? What are you pointing at right now, man? What are you doing, dude? What are you doing right now? He's fucking poking his cat or some bullshit. You can get amazing benefits like seeing pictures of Tanner's cat, which you'll be posting over to our Patreon at some point for you to gaze upon. As well as you'll also get access to the pre- and post-guap. You will get early access to all of our episodes. You will also be getting 500 slime coins. You'll be able to join our Discord server where you can speak to us. You will also be able to request films in said Discord server, which we can pick, much like we did with your supervisor today, guys. Today. And speaking of your supervisor, golly, Tanner, golly, what have you done?
Yeah, I know.
Oh, you piece of shit. Hang on a second.
Yeah, I fucking
Hang
suck.
on, you motherfucker. Hang on a second, Jackson. Jackson, vamp for me here. Just 1 second, dude. Come on. Talk about something, man.
No, that's not what we mean.
I know. Tanner's down here today, and we had a gay old time. We got BJs with each other. It was great.
Yeah, we all had a fun time. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we saw some other rare members of the podcast, like Lucas, aka Funny Guy number 13. Love that guy. He's swell. Wish he was on more episodes. If you're listening to this right now, Lucas, please come on the episodes more often. We love you.
Speaking of Lucas, he's one of our Patreon members, much like Kyler Nikolai, Lava Skin, Topperman Man, Joshua Bean, 6 million cents a little high, doesn't it? Kind of time to get some more material there, guy. A Tutbot, Lucas Adet, Hunter, and Jacob Edwards.
Yay.
I love each and every one of you like my own kids.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.